Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Mintira, and you're watching The Mink Show. This is our fourth episode of our first season. In our first season, we will have different personalities from different fields. So now, let's move on to the show. Let's welcome our guest, Charuji. Namaste.
Namaste.
Would you like to give a short introduction about yourself?
I'm Pragya Sharma. I'm basically from India, Dehradun, but I've been here in Kathmandu since last 20 years now. And at present, I've been associated as a visiting faculty for a couple of undergrad and graduate schools of management.
Okay, thank you so much for your introduction, ma'am. Now, moving on to the show, I would like to ask you some questions so you could answer as you like. So, first question is about how would you describe yourself in one sentence?
I'd say not easygoing because of my assertiveness in my personality.
Okay. What are your top 3 priorities?
No doubt, family is the first priority, work, and then self-esteem.
Okay. For you personally, what makes today worth living?
Well, I think it's happiness in whatever I dreamt of. I have all that today with me. That's make me worth for living today.
It's true, ma'am. What is the difference between living and existing?
Existing is when you're just breathing. You can say it's just life. So it's something life when we connect it to. Existing is when life happens to you. Whereas when you say living, it is when you literally are living. When you happens to have a life. So that is where I think we can segregate 2 terms.
Okay. What is the simplest truth you can express in words?
There are no shortcuts in life.
Yeah, very true.
To get your dreams achieved, you'll really have to work hard. You can't just go on and dream something big and then you can just think you can achieve it in shortcuts. That's something not possible.
Yes, very much. Is it possible to lie without saying a word?
I think yes. So many times I've seen people just standing quiet when they see things are happening wrong around them, but they're still quiet. That's something where you're supporting lie.
True.
And very sadly, we live in a world where truth is naked, hidden somewhere. And if we talk about the lie, that is disguised in the clothes of truth and is being praised by everyone. So that's a sad reality of the world that we are living in.
Yes, very much. Now, when you think of home, what specifically do you think of?
Think of related to, if you could be a little more precise.
When you think of home, what specifically do you think of? Your family?
Okay, home.
Or,
home.
home.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I'm out from home, the thing that I can think of is my dogs.
Okay.
Because when I reach home, they are the first ones to greet you. That unconditional love that you get from them, the cuddles that you get from them, I think that's something that when I'm away from home, that's the first thing I can think of.
Oh, so sweet. When you look into the past, what do you miss the most?
Well, if you think from the childhood, I'll not say I had very fancy childhood because I belong to a very conservative Punjabi family. But yes, my maternal grandfather is one that I miss him the most. He really created wonderful memories for me. Apart from that, few things which I think even today, if we talk about today's generation that they're missing on, that we enjoyed is during summer breaks, we used to hire those small bicycles and whole afternoon we used to just spend with those bicycles, which somehow this generation is missing on. And I also remember those chill winter evenings and we used to have bonfire in my friend's house and the soft music being played behind. So those are the things which I still cherish.
Yeah, true. What's the best part of growing older?
Growing older means more wisdom for sure, because you gain that by experience. You understand your priorities much better. I think we all have heard this story of where life is like a jar. Where you have to fit in all your priorities. So if you fill up first with the sand, which is not priority, you might not be able to add up a lot of things. But first, if you add up balls and then pebbles and then later sand, you'll be able to add up a lot of things.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think with the age, we learn that where you need to spend time, where you need to, with whom you need to spend time. So we learned that with the age, I believe.
Yes.
And yes, more gray hair, more wrinkles, maybe more beautiful.
Yeah, it's just like how you look from your perspective, right?
Yes,
about
yes. I feel that it's
Yes.
a positive thing
Yes,
as
ma'am.
well.
Yes, ma'am. So what does it mean to be human?
Human, I feel, is the best creation that God has done because the humanity is there. But again, if we talk about that's something missing in today's world as well. You pick up newspaper, you watch news every day, you get to hear rapes going around, murders happening. So that essence that this word actually need to possess, we are losing on that, and that's sad indeed.
What small act of kindness were you once shown that you will never forget?
I think that's pretty difficult, Mintra, because every now and then you can see these things happening around you, know. If I just have to relate it very recently, I think students have come up as a blessing so many times to me. I require some medicines for my dad, which was not available out here. And I just asked one of the student who was into pharmaceutical field. He manages to get those medicine. So I think that's a blessing.
Is it ever right to do the wrong thing, or is it ever wrong to do the right thing?
No. Wrong is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Wrong is just wrong. Even if the whole world is doing it, it's wrong. You just cannot justify that in this situation, I did this wrong. I think if you are trying to justify, that's just a defense mechanism. No, it's nothing more than that. You're just trying to come out of that guilt, but wrong is wrong. Similar ways, right is right.
What do you usually say to yourself when you fail at something?
I did fail at many times, and at times it is because of me, or at times it is because of the environment or others as well. But then I bounce back with the same energy, I believe. I never just sit back to that, I stay with that, but I bounce back with the same energy. And if I feel it's not because of me, I definitely pat myself, because the whole world is there to criticize you. But when it comes to loving, you need to love yourself as well.
Yes, true, ma'am. What is the greatest peer pressure you've ever felt?
Honestly, Mintra, person like me never felt that pressure.
Oh, okay. Very nice, ma'am.
I never feel that pressure. I'm never scared of being left out. I just do things which I feel is correct. I never go with the group thing. So I never felt that pressure. If I feel it's right, I do it, even if I'm alone. So I didn't feel that.
Do you have any advice on giving like the young age of this generation? Because a lot of them, what I see now is like they have some kind of peer pressure, and they always try to like be someone or be something else. So like if you could like give a suggestion.
If you're confident enough what you're doing, then I think there's no fear that what others will talk about it, because ultimately truth always wins.
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't have to be scared about, at times, yes, there could be selective perceptions. Something that could be right for you might not be right for me. But if you feel this is right for me at this moment of time, you don't have to fear about others or about society. You just have to go on with it.
Yes.
You don't have to care about others.
Thank you, ma'am. When is it time to stop calculating risk and rewards and just do what you know is right?
There are a lot of things which are not in our control. So I think that's the time when you know that it's not in your control anymore. And similarly, when you're ready to risk anything, when you're not bothered about the consequences, when you are not fair about, when you don't have that fear about what's going to happen, then I don't think we actually check out or we calculate what will be the risk and what will be the reward. We just act, like just now we talk about. So if you think it is right, you just go on without calculating risk and rewards.
Do you see to believe or believe to see?
I see to believe.
Okay.
I definitely need to have the evidence, and then only I believe, rather than those prejudices or those myths. I never go with that. Innocence is pure. it's about maybe you don't understand things, maybe you don't know things.
Yes.
But ignorance is you are yourself denying to understand things, especially when it is denying to understand the evil. That's a problem.
Yes.
So there, I think ignorance is a problem, but innocence is not.
What makes everyone smile, in your opinion?
Not that differs. Yes. It could be good health for someone. We live in a materialistic world, so yes, money can make you smile, no doubt. Success can make you smile. There are different things that matter to different people.
Yes.
But one thing I feel that really makes you smile, because I've seen people with all these things, but still they are not smiling or still they are not happy.
Yes.
The reason is, or the word that really makes you smile is the gratitude. If you have the gratitude for anything, then you will probably smile.
Yeah.
I'll wish to relate it with this one story, one small incident.
Sure, sure.
Last time we went to Pokhara and we were in Fevatal, and in the boat there were two kids who could not see. You won't realize, Mintra, there were a lot of people in the boat. None of us were as happy as those two kids.
Oh, wow.
They were enjoying the sound of the water. They could imagine so many things which we were not able to. And at that time, I was just looking at them and was, I don't know, I think first time I find myself having the feeling of gratitude. We reached temple and I did not ask anything. I just thank God for giving us what we have today. So I think gratitude is a word that makes you smile. Those kids have it, we don't realize it in our normal, in our day-to-day life. And then we don't smile. We just crib. So that's a problem.
Okay. What makes you angry and why?
Oh, it's lies. Lies makes me angry. I'm a person who believe, don't comfort me with a lie, rather you can discomfort me with the truth. I believe that is hurt me with the truth rather than comfort me with the lie. Because you speak lie, tomorrow when it gets transparent, it will hurt you more. So lies really trouble me.
Does your work interfere with your personal life, or how do you balance your work life?
I'll not say as such interference, but yes, at times you have to make a lot of sacrifices. That of course is there. You cannot deny on that. I start my day at 4 o'clock in the morning. And if I even go back home by 3 or 4, but still, you know, there are a lot of backstage activities that you'll have to do, whether it's making papers or checking copies or preparation for the class next day. So it's a pretty long day. So in that, of course, because as a woman, you also have to balance your personal life. That work-life balance is something that you need to work on. So I'll not say directly sacrifice, but yes, there are a lot of moments when you really have to make up that balance. If you're able to make up that balance, then things go correct. Otherwise, maybe there could be a problem. But yes, I even left a banking career because my son was very small. And I wanted to give that time to him. So I thought teaching could be a best way because I could reach home early. So those kind of things were there. But as far as now, I think God has been graceful. I'm able to make up that balance till now.
What motivates you to be your best?
I think success. When you're working hard and you get back the reward in the form of success, then definitely that pushes you to work more harder and achieve that success.
That's true, ma'am. What worries you about the future?
Now, this is something which is inevitable, and that is death. Especially when you see your parents getting older. And that's something that scares you the most. You don't want to lose your loved ones, but you know, you cannot even deny that fact. But at times it scares you.
Would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life?
Yes. Back in 2005, when I was pregnant, I think I did not enjoy that phase as I should have enjoyed. So that's something I regret. I feel I was a little harsh on myself. I did not pamper myself as I should have done it. So that's something I feel. Actually, my due date, to be very precise, my due date was 6th of June. And you won't realize till 9th of June I was working. I was born on 10th, which was Saturday. So the first day off when I took was after his birth. My mom, she used to tell me, you carry a basket along with you, and if a child is born, you can just keep it in the basket and get back home. So now sometimes I feel I should have pampered myself a little more during that time.
True, ma'am. A lot of women, yeah, even I feel like they don't pamper themselves or they don't love themselves
Yes.
much as they should have. No?
And then the time is gone.
Yes, ma'am.
So you realize it later and then it's gone.
Yes, yes. And we cannot turn back the time as well.
Exactly, exactly.
When do you feel most like yourself?
It's when I'm with the people whom I can be very open to. I don't have to put on filters on the words. I don't have to wear any mask. Then I feel I'm what exactly I am. Because when I know that I'll be acceptable even with my flaws there. So I don't have to filter something. I can just be what I am.
What is the meaning of peace to you?
Now, peace is eternal peace of soul, of heart. Now this again, you can find it anywhere. You can see it in the mountains. You can see it in the moon. Just now I see it in the chantings in the monastery. So it's everywhere when you want to see. Yes. So basically again, it is when you're happy, when your heart is happy, you see peace all around. Very recently, we went to Gandruk and I was in a hurry to see the sunrise, and I was brushing and I came out of the room and I could see the mountains right in front of me. You won't realize that peaceful moment. I felt after I get retired, I'll come and settle in Gandruk. So that was peace that time. So I think it's when you're happy, it's at peace.
Yes, true. Is there such thing as perfect?
No. It's a marketing term. Yeah, okay. It's a marketing propaganda just to sell your products that you say perfection is there. But it will definitely have some flaws in some way for someone. But as such, perfection is not a truly perfection.
Is there gender inequality? What institutional or societal changes are needed to bring equality, if there is?
Country like ours where we are living, yes. We are still living into a male-dominating society. We have to accept that. Maybe not in cities, we get to see that very often. But if we move towards small towns, yes, it's definitely out there, much higher. And somewhere I feel, if you talk about why it is there, I think it is because of the culture that we are born and brought up. We still have that power distance index society people, and where we have distributed this role that men has to be a bread earner and the women has to be a homemaker. So even if women is a bread earner, still you expect that homemaking thing from women as well. So somewhere that inequality is automatically created. Now that's what I feel. And even if you talk about, like you said, any kind of changes that might need to be there, one thing what I believe is education can definitely do that. Because once you educate a female, they get that power. So that's one thing. But if you generally talk about any kind of a policies coming from government or from others, I don't think that's going to work out. If you say there has to be quotas in parliament or in working or in schools, that will not happen till the time we change this.
Yes.
So it's all about mindset.
Mindset, yes.
Until and unless from the culture, if we don't change this mindset of the people, nothing is going to change that. So we need to work out from the grassroots level, from the mindset, and things will change. But of course, if we compare it from decades back, things have drastically changed.
Yes, true.
It is.
And plus, like, sometimes I feel there is inequality. It's because people don't find a reason why is such a culture, why is it such a custom.
That's what I'm trying to say. It is just that mindset. You just have to follow it.
Yeah, true.
You know, the women is just there meant to be behind the stoves. But when it comes to raising your voice or asking for something or putting your decision on, then no, not acceptable.
Do you feel like women nowadays are raising more voice than before?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Like I just said, if we compare it from decades, things have drastically changed. Cities, yes, it has changed much more than what is there in the villages or towns, small towns, but still a long way to go. And it's all about mindset and it's all about education. Like even if we see this change that has happened in the years, so I think it's more because of the education. Today, women is more educated. They're getting that equality in terms of education. So that is one of the reasons that things are changing.
When you are 80 years old, what will matter to you the most?
If I could be able to handle my body myself,
Okay.
it will be that. I don't want to be dependent on someone, because that will be pain to myself and also to someone who has to take care of me as well. So that time only health, I believe.
It's true, ma'am. What will you never give up?
I will never give up this courage behavior, this attitude of mine. I will never leave speaking against if anything is going wrong. I will definitely stand up for something that is wrong, and I'll not be scared of things. What will be the consequences after that?
Yes, very much. We need some courageous people like you around. What are the things you are most thankful for?
I'm thankful for a lot of things, Mintira. I feel if I'm breathing, I'm thankful for that. I'm not bedridden, I'm thankful for that, because I'm struggling with the disease. So if I'm not bedridden and I can work like anyone else, so I think I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful to my parents who have raised me with the masculinity attributes in this society. I'm really thankful to them. I'm thankful for having bread and butter on my table every single day I need it. No? So there are a lot of things. I'm thankful for beautiful souls around me. I'm thankful for not just having my account being credited with money, but with the people who are always there to help me whenever I need that support. I'm thankful for having a loving and a caring husband, loving son. So there are a lot of things. I'm thankful to a student whom I met 13 years back and is making me a celebrity overnight. I'm thankful for that.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things.
Thanks to you as well, ma'am, for that. And lastly, how do you measure success?
Success is happiness. Until and unless you're not happy, I don't think you're success. So anything that you think of as an accomplishment, you achieve that, and after that, if that gives you happiness, that's what success is. That's what I believe. Like in my case, if I say, moving from one country to another country, having a lot of barriers, I'll not say there were not barriers. People might have criticized you for many, many small things.
Yeah, true, ma'am.
Coming from a Punjabi family to a Thapa Magar family, there were a lot of societal things that I get to hear. But then I think if I'm able to stand strong, that is what success is.
Yes, true.
If today with the disease that I'm struggling with, if I'm able to manage so many places where I'm working, I think that's success. If I'm able to make up that work-life balance, that's success.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm happy with that. I'm happy I'm standing strong till today. I'm happy and I feel I'm success.
Okay, thank you so much for your answers. Now we are moving towards a rapid round where you can answer very shortly. I'll just ask you one word, and then if you could answer in one word or just few words. Okay, so we'll start a rapid round now. Accomplishments.
Success,
Gender equality.
human right,
That's true. Working environment.
safe, healthy,
Support.
humanity.
Politics in Nepal.
Oh, influenced.
True. Remittance, yeah, outbound migration.
Sad at times, happy. Depends.
Yes. True. Social media
Very powerful. Very powerful.
in this today's world.
Yes.
Culture.
Diverse. Too diverse.
Technology.
AI.
It's true. Chat GPT maybe.
Yeah.
Empowerment.
Freedom.
Being a woman.
Fragile and fierce. Both at the same time.
Okay. So now, moving on to the last rapid round question. So it's, what's the best advice you could give to our viewers or anyone in general? Maybe.
What I started with, I'll repeat the same. There are no shortcuts in life.
Yes, ma'am.
You really have to work very hard to achieve what you have ever dreamt of. And education, I think, has a very great role in making all your dreams success, because anyone can take anything from you. Your money, your wealth, anything.
Yes.
But when it comes to education, no one can snatch that. And that makes you alive. That makes you living, actually. So I feel we should keep going with that as well. And we should always be very hardworking. No procrastination should be there. You need to live in today's thing.
Yes, sir.
So that's something. And as I said earlier also, priorities, we have to understand our priorities. We cannot just give time for wrong things. We have to understand that environment can be at times very harsh to you. But you have to understand how you're going to handle things.
Yes.
Like I'll relate with a small thing. If we talk about the environment thing, if you say a boiling water, if you put in a boiling water potatoes, eggs and coffee, all three are going to react, have the different reactions. The potatoes will become soft, the eggs will become very hard, whereas the coffee is going to spread its aroma. So you have to understand that the environment can be very harsh to you, but now it's up to you. You break like a potato and be soft, or you become harder like a eggshell, or maybe you spread your aroma all around like a coffee.
Wow, that's a very good example, ma'am. Thank you so much for being on this show. So it's an honor to have you on our 4th episode as well.
Thank you so much, Mintra.
Namaste.
Thanks a lot. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks.
As we just finished our 4th episode with Charu ji, this show is all about having different personalities from different fields. So till then, please keep watching KASTHAMADAP Go HD every Monday from 7:30 p.m. till 8 p.m. Thank you everyone. Good night. Namaste.